Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the two-man show here on V89.1 The Roar. I am your host, Dominic Richetti, alongside my co-host, Nick Caruso. It is a beautiful Wednesday. I guess it's still morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning here on the main line. Nick, how are you doing on this Wednesday? Excited to get this episode underway.
I'm doing fantastic, Dom. Thanks for kicking us off. It is, best day of the year, by far.
Yeah.
Not even close. It is going to be almost 70 degrees here in Villanova today. Shorts and a t-shirt. Dom didn't quite get the memo of shorts this morning.
I knew it was warm. I looked when I was leaving the house. It said like 57.
Yeah.
Which I would say that's on the chillier side of things.
For sure.
I went jeans today, and I'm not a jeans guy. Everybody knows.
Well, up and coming jeans wearer Dom Richetti. If you see him on campus, tell him he's not a jeans guy.
They all chant that I know I'm not a jeans guy. We have another great episode for you guys today. We have, of course, always some news and stuff to kick us off. A lot of new trailers this week as well. Second segment, we're going to talk about our favorite movies from each decade, starting in the 70s. I think I've seen like maybe a movie from the 60s.
Yeah. I might be able to get 5 from the 60s.
All right, you can do 60s if you want.
Maybe. Let me see.
I started in the 70s.
Let me go through my box to make sure. Off dome, I know I like a couple Hitchcock movies, so those are 60s.
Yeah. Psycho I've seen.
Yeah, Psycho and what's it called? Vertigo. Actually, Vertigo might be older. Vertigo might
50s?
be 50s, sneaky, 59.
Ooh. All right, but let's get right into things. So we got a lot of news this week.
It is 58.
Actually, we didn't get that much news this week. We got a decent amount of news this week.
Decent.
First, this happened as soon as our episode ended last week. Sadie Sink has been cast in Spider-Man 4. That's the red-haired girl from Stranger Things.
Yep.
So she's going to be in the new Spider-Man. Maybe another MJ?
That was my first thought was, oh shoot, what are they doing? Because they have the whole multiverse.
Yeah, so it could
nonsense
be
going on now. And yeah, it's weird because they have an MJ.
They have Zendaya.
They just don't have a red-haired
But
Sadie Sink.
Why wouldn't they just bring in Gwen Stacy?
That's what. Maybe she's going to be like Gwen Stacy, and they're just going to kind of do like a whole I don't care about what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah,
because they already have Zendaya as MJ, which is very clearly not a traditional MJ.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
why not just keep going with that path?
Yeah,
I like to see that too. I like Sadie Sink in Stranger Things.
Yeah, she's good.
See what you can do on the big screen.
I feel like she's got to be like a decade younger than Tom Holland, though, right?
Yeah. That's also
she might be
why
sneaky old and he might be sneaky young, but I think Tom Holland's like 30.
All of the Stranger Things actors are young.
Tom Holland's 28.
Yeah, she's 22.
All right, that's not as bad.
It's not as bad.
Say Tom older than I am? Yeah,
yes.
she is. She
yep.
might be 23.
Mm-hmm. Happy early birthday, Sadie Sink.
Yeah, happy early birthday, Sadie Sink. April 16th. Do we have an episode that day? Let's see what day that falls on.
Ooh, maybe. Let's see.
We do. Ooh.
All right.
Sadie Sink episode coming.
Getting way ahead of ourselves here. We'll come back to you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll see in a little bit, Sadie
Some more Sadie Sink news.
When
is Spider-Man 4 coming out?
July 31st, 2026.
All right, that's actually, you know what?
That's a year.
You could have told me, if that release date was in 2027, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah.
So
Spider-Man.
That was
Spider-Man
a while ago,
3
actually.
was 2022, right?
I think it was end, December maybe.
What's that one called? No Way Home?
No Way Home.
2021.
But December, I think. I'm pretty sure it's
That
Christmas.
sounds right. I think, December 2021. So basically 2022.
Okay. But that's still long.
5 years.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Well, 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
That's not a short amount of time.
No, it's not. You're right.
It's not a short amount of time. Oasis movie
Ooh.
documenting their summer reunion tours in the works. Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight will produce the movie.
That's awesome. I've heard such good things about Peaky Blinders. Have you seen that?
No.
I've heard really good things. That's on my list. I have so many shows to watch, though.
I'm tapped out on the anti-hero genre for a little bit, I think.
From TV specifically?
Yeah, Sopranos and Breaking Bad.
Did you see Better Call Saul?
I watched maybe a season or two of it.
You gotta get it back.
I know, but
so good.
TV. I'm bad on TV shows.
Too.
I don't have a great commitment to TV shows.
Well, it's hard.
If they're Succession, I could watch because that's only 4 seasons.
4 seasons, yeah. But Sopranos is 90 episodes.
But Sopranos is awesome.
Sopranos is a separate beast, but
Sopranos is awesome though.
But even Breaking Bad doesn't. I think Breaking Bad doesn't have 60 episodes, and Sopranos has almost 90 or something. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, also, have we actually talked about it on the show?
What?
How we're going to see Oasis this summer?
No, we are though.
I don't think we have, but yeah, me and Dom, going to see Oasis at the Meadowlands this summer. So that's
all of the Oasis films
up.
available to log on Letterboxd. I believe I've logged.
Oh, yeah.
It's only 2.
That's respect.
It's Oasis live at Nebworth, and then there's A24 did an Oasis documentary. What's it called? I forget what it's called. but it's good. I watched it.
Is it like the Master Plan? It's like the name of one of their songs.
Yeah,
right?
it is. I forget. It might be the Master Plan. Supersonic. It's
Supersonic. Yep.
Which is awesome. It's about sort of their rise and fall. Which, like, honestly, like, I would recommend highly. I mean, the story of Oasis is really good because it really is an insane rise to fame in the span of like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then it's like, the year 2000 hits, and it's like Oasis is still making music. Like, it's a really crazy rise, and fall to fame.
Shout out the Gallagher's.
Yeah, it also just shows you like how short peaks can be. I guess
Especially them. They
had like a 3,
like 93,
maybe
94, 230 song albums that were like triple platinums. And then just like boop.
Yeah, then
nothing.
It's like,
they were still
making music, not anywhere.
Third album has some songs on it.
Yeah, but I mean, like this is a group that sold out 250,000 plus shows at Nebworth, right? So it's crazy how just that happens. But they're going back to Nebworth apparently, so for the reunion, which is exciting. The Electric State, which is directed by the Russo brothers, is at 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is the Russo brothers' lowest rated film ever. The budget, $320 million.
I'm looking at this. It's just a Netflix movie, and the cast is crazy. So
yeah, making one of the most expensive movies ever. There's a lot of CGI in it. I haven't watched this.
I haven't. I'm not going to see this either.
I might watch it based on that it costs $320 million. I want to find out what's going on. It's about.
The cast is what's caused. If there's a lot of CGI, but Millie Bobby Brown, Kei Hoon Kwan, Stanley Tucci, Anthony. I totally messed up that name. I realized Anthony Mackie. I'm just keep going. Woody Harrelson, Pratt, Giancarlo Esposito,
Jenny Slate.
Yeah. This is nuts.
Jason Alexander. Shout out to George
Coleman Domingo is on the Brian Cox and Coleman Domingo. You have to expand.
So they spent all this money on a bad movie. On Letterboxd, currently is a 2.1.
You know Gronk is in this?
Yeah, I don't. They're doing.
What's going on
things
with Netflix? I don't know.
Billy Bob Thornton's in it. Like, what's going on? It's an orphan teen hits the road with a mysterious robot to find her long lost brother, teaming up with a smuggler and his wisecracking sidekick. I
feel like that's every movie MBB does. Millie Bobby Brown.
I don't understand. I mean, the Russo brothers, for their credit, they did make those two Avengers that grossed I don't know, an infinite amount of money. So I guess that's why they keep getting to do these movies that do terribly at the box office. I want to go through their most recent films. After Avengers, and I think they're all stinkers.
Yeah.
So after Avengers, they did. Hold on, release date news first. After Avengers, they do Cherry. Cherry, with starring Tom Holland, has a 2.9 on Letterboxd.
Whoa.
I don't know how much that grossed. After that, they did The Gray Man, which came out in 2022. That
I actually saw that.
2.8. That's 2.0 on Letterboxd. What do you think of it?
Just like the most bland spy Jason Bourne ripoff movie ever.
Okay. And then The Electric State, which currently has a 2.1. I believe reading the reviews, it's not good.
At least they don't let them go into theaters anymore.
Yeah, this one's
They're straight to streaming. And so was Gray Man.
And I think Cherry.
I'm trying to look up. I can't even find the box office. I think it might have been straight.
For Cherry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know, but
where did this come out on? It doesn't even tell me.
It might be like Prime,
Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, or that.
Yep.
But bad news for the Russo brothers. But I guess whatever, they don't care. They made the Avengers, which made $1 billion times 1,000. How much did the Avengers gross?
Endgame broke the record.
2.799 billion worldwide.
How much Infinity War?
I don't think it's highest grossing anymore. It says. Let's find out. What is the highest grossing film of all time?
Well, it was Avatar until Avatar has it on original release, and then Endgame re-released and broke it. I believe
that's not fair.
No, but Infinity War also grossed over $2 billion worldwide. So those two movies put them almost at $5 billion.
So on Wikipedia, source Wikipedia, worldwide gross, Avatar still won, 2.9 billion. Endgame 2.7. Avatar: The Way of Water, 2.3. I've never seen either of those. Have you seen either of those?
What, Avatar: Way of Water?
Yeah, or the first one. Who's watching those?
The Avatars? The Avatars have fans. Cole's a big Avatar fan, actually.
I've never watched either. I gotta get around to that.
I think they were just crazy, cultural phenomena at the time. I feel like no one went back to watch Avatar: Way of Water that got into the Avatar. No one was like, "Oh, 2's coming out. I'll go back and watch 1."
Yeah,
I think, but everybody that watched 1 was
yeah. Shout out to Furious 7, 13th highest grossing movie of all time.
Just looked it up. If the Russo brothers Avengers were their own country, their GDP would be like halfway, like 150th. So they're higher than like 50 countries. Shout out.
Shout out the Russo brothers. They're basically a country.
Yep.
Conan O'Brien will return to host the Oscars in 2026. I haven't watched like the Oscars broadcast, but I've only heard good things about how he did.
I like Conan too.
I like Conan too. He's probably my favorite late night talk show. Shout out to Fever Pitch, Jimmy Fallon though. Great movie. First look at Celine Song's material lists, an R-rated romance movie starring Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and Dakota Johnson in theaters June 13th. Celine Song, the director and writer of Past Lives, which came out last year. We also have a trailer for that. Well, I watched the trailer for it. It looks...
Where did Dakota Johnson get her start?
Madam Web.
Well, I know she's in that, but...
I don't know.
I'm trying to...
I feel like she's in
Social Network. The 50 Shades of Grey girl.
And she's in the Social Network. I know, that's... Is she in the Social Network?
Yes, she is. She is.
Who is she in the Social Network, though?
Is she the girlfriend?
No, that's somebody else famous, though. What's that girl's name? I can't think of it. But she's... Who is she? That's Rooney Mara.
Amelia Ritter in Social Network. Who is that?
I don't remember.
I think that's the girlfriend.
No, that he breaks up at the beginning?
Oh, my gosh.
Who is
I know.
she?
She's the crazy girlfriend of
who?
Eduardo that lights his stuff on fire. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No. She's the girl that Timberlake... No, she's the girl that Timberlake...
Oh my... Yes, she is. She's the one that doesn't know who Timberlake is.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, I started Napster.
That's his introduction is in her apartment.
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
Yes. Good job.
Oh, Rashida Jones. It's... what's her name from The Office? Karen plays the...
No, she's the lawyer.
Oh, she's the lawyer.
She's the lawyer.
There's a lot of like random like side... like famous women before they were like that famous.
No, this is Rashida Jones is famous.
Oh yeah. I guess. Sorry. Yes, you're right. You're right.
She's in Parks and Rec at this hour, I believe.
She's actually graduated from The Office by this point. No longer Karen.
Brenda Song though. Brenda Song married to Macaulay.
No way.
Okay. Yeah, isn't that a weird collab?
I respect that.
Yeah, I didn't think they would.
Going on 8 years for them.
Really?
Hats off. 2017.
Yeah.
Tied the knot.
Something about them being together makes sense. I don't know what it is though.
I like that.
We got our first look at Mortal Kombat 2, the movie. I haven't seen the first Mortal Kombat.
I've played some of the games.
Yeah.
Actually, so I know what these characters should look like. The first one is phenomenal.
You look like him?
Yes. Like actually, like I didn't even have to look at the photo to know who that was. And like remember that he looks just like Carl Urban. Carl Urban is Billy Butler or Butcher from
Butcher.
The Boys. Billy Butler, shout out, first baseman for the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, good power hitter.
Yep.
Moved to DH or toward his career though.
A's actually was where he was better, I believe.
Yeah. Good shout. The first Mortal Kombat did make $84.4 million.
Jeez. Okay.
That's not that much on a $55 million budget.
Yeah. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's actually a pretty low budget for Mortal Kombat.
I think it would have been higher. That's why I looked it up. Yeah.
This is what Johnny Cage looks like in the games. So like
Katana. The one girl's Katana. I forget which one. I put the links here for.
By the way, Johnny Cage is one of the only fighters in that game that just like has no weapon.
Just fists?
Yep, just fists.
Shout out to Johnny Cage. Is Johnny Cage a video game?
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is the TV show. Or no. Johnny Test.
Johnny Cash is the singer.
Johnny Cash is the singer.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo and Johnny Test. There's a lot of Johnnies out
there. Is
there.
Johnny the coolest name we got?
It might be top one for cartoon guys.
Yeah, dude. Test, Bravo.
Or just like cool dudes. Might not be the best name, but if your name is Johnny, there's a good chance you're cool.
Yeah, shout out to my uncle. Daisy Ridley.
My uncle.
Your uncle Johnny?
John. You can extend.
Okay. Daisy Ridley and Alden Ehrenreich will star in a new rom-com. Yes, he played young Han Solo. He's also in...
Yes, I know who that is.
Who else is he? He's also in something else.
Cocaine Bear.
I never watched that, but apparently it was like fun.
Fair Play. I didn't see this. It came out in 2023. That's the first one that comes up if you look at his name, though.
Oppenheimer. He's also in Oppenheimer. He's the lawyer in he's Downey's friend in Oppenheimer.
Absolutely.
The guy that's like maybe they were talking about something
he wears glasses,
more important.
right?
Yep.
I just
so he's in that too. But he's also Daisy Ridley, also from Star Wars.
Yes,
it's like a little Star Wars rom-com there. Film follows a woman who travels to the Philippines to scout for a new resort location while a charming pilot travels around the sights of the country. Nah, No, thank you.
Boring.
Saw 11 has reportedly been canceled.
Let's go.
No!
We talk about all the time. How are they still doing them?
Saw's fun, though. I'll give an exception to Saw. Well, I won't give an exception to... What did I just
Saw actually
write
does feel
down
like the one that can do it.
that I'm tired of? Oh, Happy Gilmore 2. No, didn't need it. A documentary about a goofy movie titled Not Just a Goof will release on Disney Plus on April 7th. Why? Why are we making a documentary film about a cartoon?
Also...
What does that mean?
Also... What do you mean, not just a goof? This is a cartoon character. They're supposed to be, like, very one-dimensional. His name is Goofy. He's absolutely a goof.
We got new chairs in here.
Yeah, they're awesome. Shout out WXVU studio, dude. These chairs are awesome. Have you leaned back yet?
I just did a full recline.
Just do it. Yeah, the full recline's really nice. They're like cushiony.
Basically, head touches the ground on the full recline.
Might take a little nap after in
it's a good
1 minute break.
It's a good chair.
Maybe a 5 minute break.
1 minute break. This is sad too. About 20% of children use their phones in movie theaters, according to a new research study.
That doesn't surprise me. I bet about 10% of people our age use their phones in movie theaters. If you want to think about it.
That's terrible, though.
But does that sound wrong?
I don't know. I'm strictly anti, and
me too.
If I see somebody like near me with their phone out, I'll stare at them.
Oh yeah, I'll stare at them.
Until they turn it off. Like I'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Like the one thing I want to, like if they're in front of me though,
Bud him too.
Like they'll never see me, so like I might say something though.
Might kick their chair.
Yeah,
I've never had to do it, but
throw popcorn at them. I do that. I do that.
I don't like that.
Hopefully I have like Milk Duds actually, and I can just chuck Milk Duds.
Milk Dud might be my top one candy at a movie theater.
Yeah, me too.
I
love Milk Duds. All right, what else we got? Let's look at Ben Stiller returning as Al in Happy Gilmore 2.
I don't remember his character in Happy Gilmore 1.
I totally don't either.
I'm looking him up, and I still kind of don't remember him.
I have like no
recollection of how.
Okay, so the only thing I can think of is like when they're giving Happy his green jacket. Is he the one that does it?
No, he's the antagonist. Apparently, is the secondary antagonist because it's obviously Shooter.
Not Scooter.
Scooter.
That's a whole lot less cool.
I don't remember what he does.
Is like one of the best names ever.
He also, this will be Hal L's third appearance though, because he was in Happy Gilmore the original. He'll be in Happy Gilmore 2. He also appears in the 2020 film Hubie Halloween.
No way.
Yep.
Hubie Halloween. Shout out.
Who saw that?
He reprised it. I didn't see it. You saw that?
No. I don't think anybody saw that. I remember one like searching Netflix, and it was like the year 2020, and I just remember seeing like on TikTok like this might save 2020, and it's like Hubie Halloween.
Oh, we were in a dark place.
Oh, we were looking forward to Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Halloween's like 5-minute reprisal. Yeah. No, 5-minute reprisal of Ben Stiller secondary antagonist.
Julie Bowen is also in that.
Yeah. Oh, she's the main.
But she's also in Hubie Halloween. I mean.
Oh.
She's also in Gilmore, obviously.
Yeah. She's in Gilmore.
She'll be in Gilmore too.
I remember when I learned that was the mom from Modern Family when I was like 12 years old. I was like, whoa!
No way!
No way! Clear! What? Dumpy!
Are you doing an impression of someone? I don't know.
Like maybe like me, like my 10-year-old self.
Yeah, that was a good 10-year-old though.
Thank you. What? All right.
Taika Waititi, a bunch of other names that I don't know any of them. All will start an adaptation of David Williams' Thing for Sky Cinema.
I was about to read that and just realized I don't know any of the words here. Besides for the director, I don't know any of these actors. There's like a whole laundry list, and I don't know David Williams. It's not Williams either, by the way. And Thing isn't a word, and I've never heard of Sky Cinema. I don't know what any of these things. It's a TV channel.
You know, I'm gonna say something. So I get all of my movie updates from one Twitter account called Discussing Film, and they had a bad week. So I had to go to like secondary.
Oh no.
Twitter accounts.
Oh no.
And the list cuts off after the Ben Stiller and Happy Gilmore 2. The rest down from here is from my secondary.
Oh, and you look up Thing, the movie doesn't even come up first. It's a network monitoring and device blocking app.
Thing is a book by David Williams.
That's not a serious name. I
think these are all Australian people.
Okay, but Williams, that's like being named Anthony. Like, I hate that name because it's so close to being just correct.
No offense to any Anthony's listening, though.
Yeah, none. Maybe besides for Penny. No, definitely not for Penny. But you're so close to getting it right. Like, Williams. Like, come on. Just change that vowel.
Oh, okay. So what is a fing?
All right, I'm gonna read the IMDb description.
Go ahead.
Librarians Mr. and Mrs. Meek indulge their demanding daughter Myrtle's every wish. When she wants a fing, they search deep in the jungle. After finding one, Myrtle faces off a Viscount who wants the rare creature.
What's a Viscount?
I have no idea.
Is that a noun?
I think that Williams had a seizure, and doesn't know what's. I don't know what's. I would check in on Williams.
Okay.
That was a great introduction to the rest of the.
All right. If Nick doesn't upload the episode, he's gotta watch Fing.
Oh yeah, to get ahead. Last week's episode is not on our YouTube channel, which is totally my bad. So I'll be watching
Kind of Pregnant.
Better Man.
We'll watch it for the end of the
Thing
year.
when it comes out.
For the end of the school year.
If I don't get next week's episode up on time, I will go find the Thing. Like
into the jungle, like the Meeks.
Wait. Yeah, the Meeks. I was gonna say, do you remember their last name? The Meeks. Wait. Oh, that's hilarious.
It looks like so basically a Fing is a giant furball that exists in the jungle for whatever reason.
It kind of looks like what are those things called in Club Penguin? A fluffle?
Yes, it actually looks exactly like a fluffle.
Yep, it looks exactly like a fluffle.
I'm trying to look up David Williams, but I can't. He's kind of off the grid. Yeah, he's got to be Australian, right? No, he's British.
Yeah, Williams. That's not a real.
Yeah, but British is kind of Australian, same thing.
Yeah.
YouTube star Emma Chamberlain will have her debut film performance in Forbidden Fruits alongside Lily Reinhart, Victoria Pedretti, Lola Tung, and Alexandra Shipp. A Free Eden employee, which is Free Eden a brand that I don't know?
Might be made up for the.
Yeah, I think it is. Free Eden employee Apple leads a secret witchy female cult with Cherry and Fig.
A lot of cherry discussion already.
Well, yeah, Cherry, Fig, and Apple.
Cherry and Fing. This sounds. We've talked. I'm getting deja vu all over again.
Until new hire pumpkin forces them to face their own darkness or meet a bloody fate. I'm an Emma Chamberlain fan. Oh, I've seen David Williams.
No way.
Wait, he's famous. Wait, you probably have too. He's in something. I think he's on Britain's Got Talent. That's what.
Oh wait, well he's an author.
I don't know if he is.
No, he is. Like he has a bunch of books.
Actor, comedian, writer, and television personality.
He writes children's books.
Who are you talking about?
David Williams.
15 years ago today, Diary of a Wimpy Kid released in theaters.
Let's go. Shout out. What's your favorite one from the originals?
Roderick.
Yeah.
Roderick rules.
Don't sleep on Dog Days though. Dog Days is good.
And then you can get the last three of the.
All right, Lego Pokemon coming out in 2026. Wait, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's like the 10-year-old me's like dream. Like I definitely like imagined
that. It took them so long.
Like I definitely thought of that when I was 12.
Yeah.
Because I was I switched like DS cartridges from like the Lego game I was playing in Pokemon. I was like, why can't I do both? All right, Disney Plus has launched a 24/7 stream that plays all 767 Simpsons episode in chronological order. Wait, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I don't know if is that out now?
I have no idea.
I've never watched a single second of The Simpsons ever.
What?
Never.
No.
Never.
Really?
Never.
Even like you've never seen it on? There's no way.
Never.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I just never really was appealing to me. I'm trying to see if I can find this Simpsons live stream anywhere.
All right. Well, you look for the Simpsons stream. The last piece of news we have is Young Sheldon is returning to do a sweepstakes competition for the live action Minecraft movie, and that feels right to me.
Is that the worst sentence you've ever said?
Maybe. Also, if I'm not wrong, I'm not big into Young Sheldon. Never really got into the show, but I believe that fans of the show actually don't like Young Sheldon, and the reason why they like the show is because they like the other characters. So this feels kind of like a slap in the face to the fans.
Georgie?
Yeah, people like Georgie. People like the dad. Young Sheldon's annoying because he's like a 10-year-old Sheldon.
We got a bunch of trailers. Let's run through these trailers real quick.
Yeah.
The Life of Chuck, first teaser for that came out, starring Tom Hiddleston, Mark Hamill, Matthew Lillard, and Karen Gillian. It's a story told in reverse, starting with the end of Chuck Krantz's life and moving back in time to show how he lived that life. The film follows the breakdown of society and disintegration of reality through the lens of one accountant, who is Tom Hiddleston. Distributed by Neon, so that's Neon, who won Best Picture for Noir most recently, this in theaters this June.
Shout out.
We got the full trailer for F1. That's finally out. We've
Nice.
talked about F1 a bunch of times,
Yep.
but that's the Brad Pitt movie where he's playing an F1 driver. It's the same director as Top Gun Maverick, so that's going to be really, really good. We got a trailer for a movie called Sneaks, starring Anthony Mackie and Chloe Bailey. It's an animation movie. They star as a pair of sneakers who get separated from each other. That's what we're doing. We're doing movies like that.
Yep, that's what we're up to. It's either that or a biopic about the man who owned the shoes. So,
Welcome back, Air.
Welcome back. Yep.
Freaky Air Friday trailer.
What's Anthony Mackie doing?
Because
up
he's
to no
getting
good.
paid. Like, he
He's up
just
to no
did
good.
Captain America.
You ever seen his face? He's scheming at all times.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you say that?
Yeah, because like he doesn't smile very well, and it like looks like he's plotting something.
I'm looking him up.
You should.
Bad service today in Villanova for some reason.
Look. He's up to no good.
Oh.
For sure.
He does look like he's up to no good.
He's plotting.
Yeah, he looks like an evil Eddie Murphy.
I can't even take credit for that. I saw that online and then like looked up pictures of him and was like, oh my god, yeah, he's always up to no good.
Up to no good, Mackie.
What's
and
he
now
doing
he's
in this? He doesn't have.
he looks
He
like
has a smirk.
He's a plan.
He has an evil smirk on his face.
He's got an evil plan.
But
Really.
I kind of like it because he can pull it. Like he
Yeah.
can like.
Let's get him playing a bad guy in something, not in Sneaks. He's
Yeah.
playing a
Get him.
sneaker.
Let's get like a dark comedy and make him the villain. I feel like he'd be good.
I like that.
That's what I want to see.
Freaky Air Friday in theaters August 8th. That's the sequel to Freaky Friday. So Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan both returning. Years after Tess and Anna endured an identity crisis, Anna now has a daughter of her own and soon-to-be stepdaughter. As they navigate the myriad challenges that come when two families merge, Tess and Anna discover lightning might indeed strike twice. Ooh. No thanks. I've never seen Freaky Friday to begin with.
I actually have.
Good?
Yeah, it's good. It's
All right.
fun. It's
Jamie
fun.
Lee.
Jamie Lee. Shout out Jamie Lee. I like
Baby
Jamie Lee.
Invasion. This film is set in a multiplayer FPS game that follows a group of mercenaries using baby faces as avatars through the use of AI. I did watch this trailer.
Does it look good?
It looks terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like the biggest buzzword movie.
Yeah,
I've ever
it's
seen in my
like it's
entire
the year
life.
2025. Let's try to make something fun.
Like they did this with Spy Kids 3. Like we don't need that again.
Some people.
Is it gonna be better than Spy Kids 3? Don't think so.
Right now is a 3.2 on Letterboxd. So actually not as low as I thought it would have.
That's actually not. Terrible.
The Ugly Stepsister, which is about
What is
in a
this?
fairy tale kingdom where beauty is brutal business. Elvira battles to compete with her incredibly beautiful stepsister, and she will go to any length to catch the prince's eye. So this is a horror Cinderella movie.
Okay, cool.
So I have stuff to say. What's with us trying to make everything horror? Winnie the Pooh, Bambi. What's with that? Just shock
it
value?
sells. I think it sells.
I guess. There's a weird group. No, I won't say weird. There is a group of people who I think love just like anything weird horror.
Yeah, I think I also think that like if you're not a huge movie fan but you like the experience of going to a theater,
Yeah, you
like,
wanna
a
see
horror
something like
movie
this.
caters to you very well.
Yeah,
you
horror
know?
movie is the best
Right?
movie
Because
probably
that's an
to watch
experience.
in a movie theater.
Yeah.
If you want like a traditional theater experience.
And
with,
that's
like,
why they
people
keep
there.
like and
Like it's not the best movie to see on a big screen, but like a
horror movie would never be released straight to streaming. Because why?
No,
like
rarely.
why? 'Cause,
Not
like,
the point.
Because
Yeah.
actually, I believe I think it would do really bad in street. I
Probably.
wouldn't be like even if you look at the popular horror movies recently, I wouldn't be surprised if their fall off is
Yeah.
bigger than other movies.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore 2, sequel to Happy Gilmore, releases July 25th on Netflix. I'm excited. I'll watch that.
Mhm.
And then lastly, Materialist, which is previously mentioned, Celine Song's new movie starring Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and Dakota Johnson, an R-rated romance movie directed by Celine Song. It's A24 produced, so might be good. We'll see. I'm not really excited about that. It doesn't look anywhere near similar to what Past Lives was, so
No,
we'll see. But that's all the trailers we got this past week. A lot of weird lines.
Honestly, that was we had a pretty funny news segment. Honestly,
Yeah,
That was-
dude. The Meekses.
The Meekses, the Walliams. I don't know. Everything was a little funny here.
All right, we'll
I
take a
liked
quick
it.
break here on the Two-Man Show on VA91 The Roar. But stay tuned when we come back. We have a great second segment talking about our favorite movies from the decades, starting from the 60s, maybe 70s.
I just checked. The only two movies I have pre-70s are both Hitchcocks, and one's 60s and one's 50s. So 70s onward.
Okay, 70s onward. So we'll be back in a couple seconds. Welcome back inside the Two-Man Show here on VA91 The Roar. I'm your host, Dominic Richetti, alongside my co-host, Nick Caruso. We're going to get into our favorite movies of the past, what is it, the 5 decades? 20s, 20s, 10s, 00s, 90s, 80s, 70s. So past 5 decades.
Yeah.
Past 55 years. 2025. So we're halfway through, about halfway through the 2020s right now.
Yeah.
Thoughts on 2020 so far in terms of movies?
Honestly, comparing to the last couple decades, if you like going decade by decade, I think you realize movies are better in decades. It's a long period of time.
Yes.
There's some work to do in the 2020s for sure.
So let's but let's get into, I'm going to look right now at the 2020s, and I'm going to sort by highest rating on Letterboxd.
Okay. Is it? Can I guess
you can't really do that, though, because they throw in a bunch of TV stuff. It doesn't work. So actually...
Oh, no, you got to go to the narrative list. You know what I mean?
No. You want to do that?
Yeah, I can get that up.
But the 2020s, 5 years in, I think we have a couple of classics, but the average is not great. I would say the average maybe. It's just because I think people are trying to do too much. You know, there's a lot of sequels come out in the 2020s, which isn't great. There's a lot of experimental things, which sometimes work really, really well. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once was, a crazy movie that something that's never like that has been done before. But like it's like other things like Winnie the Pooh and horror doesn't work. So
you want to know the highest rated movie of the 2020s?
Dune Part 2. I'm
Still Here.
Oh, the one that was from this year.
Yeah.
What's it at?
4.3.
Wow. So that's
2024. Look Back is a Japanese movie. It seems Can
you sort by popularity?
So it's sorting by release date, and then within that it goes by popularity.
Are you sure? Look Back.
Oh well, no, actually, no.
Yeah,
it's not.
Sort by. Go 2020 and sort by. I can do that. I think because that I can do. So I'm going to sort by popularity. So 2020s Barbie most popular. Good. Oh. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oppenheimer. Dune.
This is reviews or this is most reviews. I think.
Yours?
No, yours. If Barbie's 1, then it's
no film popularity. Is just most people have watched.
Yeah. Not highest ratings.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct. But, we get to third row, the beginning of the third row, Don't Look Up, Long Legs, Soul, X.
Bad.
Yeah, Holdovers is in that row, though. Guardians of the Galaxy, 3. Top 10 Mavericks, good.
Just amount of time they've been out. Like, Don't Look Up came out, beginning of 2021.
And nobody was doing anything.
No.
I never... Did you watch that?
I did watch
My parents watched it.
I actually watched it when it came out. I was in Hawaii.
You're a big Leo guy, though.
I'm a big Leo guy. It came out straight to Netflix, and I downloaded it for my flights. So I'm there. It was a stinker, actually.
Wonka. So, we'll get to our 2020s, but let's start way back when. Let me take you back to 1970 here. So I have my 5 favorites from 1970. I have some honorable mentions as well. So I'll start with my 5th favorite from. I think we're doing top 5. So I'll do my 5th favorite from the 1970s. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay, I have that. I have that in mind.
Okay. Start with your 5th.
My 5th is Animal House.
Good one. Animal House is my 4th.
Gotcha. For me, I got Annie Hall at 4, which you don't like. You actually never.
I never finished.
And you didn't give it time of day.
He's so annoying in Annie Hall, though. Yeah, he's so annoying.
Woody Allen also just is like a sucky guy.
Yeah, he's not a great guy to cheer for.
Yeah, no.
3. I have The Godfather.
3 is where. Ooh, wow. 1.
No, I have Godfather at 3.
Yeah, Godfather 1.
Oh, 1. Yes.
Part 1.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I thought you were 1 over 2. Apparently not.
I am 1 over 2.
But you just put Godfather 1.
I don't have Godfather 2 in my top 5.
Oh. What?
It's my favorite of the 70s. Not the best.
Whoa. Oh. Wow. I just anticipated it would definitely be there. Wow.
But I mean, the two before, you'll be like, oh,
okay. I have Cuckoo's Nest at 3.
Okay. Good one.
Mm-hmm.
My 2, Rocky.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then I know you're 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. This is boring. At 2, I have Godfather 2.
Okay, and then 1, do you have Godfather?
Yes.
At 1, I have Star Wars.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to put Animal House on here.
Animal House is 4. Was 4th.
Oh. Yeah, you said that. I'm blanking. Sorry. I'm trying to fill in my 2000.
I know. Yeah. My 1 through 5 again. My favorite of the 70s is Star Wars, then Rocky, Then The Godfather, then Animal House, and then One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I can read Nick's. Nick's is his favorite is The Godfather, then Godfather 2, then One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, then Annie Hall, and then Animal House. Good lists. I like those lists. Okay, let's get into the 80s now. The 80s. Let me take you back to the 80s. Great years. I wasn't alive, but I hear great, great things. So, starting from the bottom, my fifth favorite movie of the 80s is Indiana Jones.
I like that. My fifth favorite movie of the 80s is Back to the Future.
I have Back to the Future in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
80s is a great decade.
80s and 90s are stacked.
90s is stacked.
90s is ridiculous. 80s though has like fun, like so many fun movies that like 80s would have the most honorable mentions just because you want to like say it. So you had that honorable mention. Okay, what do you have for?
Big.
Oh, I love Big. I haven't seen Big.
I probably watch Big once a year.
I should. I probably watch it
so
once every other. My dad loves Big.
Yeah, my mom loves Big. Yeah.
Everybody's that's like everybody's parents like really grew up in the 80s.
They like
favorite movie.
Yeah, because it's like they're 14 when it comes out, and it's about a 14-year-old becoming adult. Like, of course I love Big.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Awesome.
And I probably watched it for the first time when I was like 13, 14.
Yeah,
you know
totally.
what I mean?
I watched it with my family.
Good movie. And they took the fourth spot. It's a coveted fourth spot.
Oh, I love that choice. Yeah, that's a really good choice. All right, my fourth spot, kind of opposite vibes movie. I Do the Right Thing there.
Good one. Good movie though.
Great movie.
That was a great watch that we had.
Yeah, that was a great watch.
That was a great watch.
One of the most successful we've had as like all five of that and Silence of the Lambs. Probably.
Not the last time that'll be mentioned. At 3, I have Blade Runner.
Ooh,
OG.
Good one.
What's your
3? I have Breakfast Club.
Good one.
Sitting 3.
I like my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not an 80s movies list without The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
No way.
Good one. Okay, my 2, Field of Dreams.
Yep.
I'm very high on Field of Dreams. I love Field of Dreams. Great movie.
That's a good one.
What's your 2?
My 2, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. Good one. Very good one. My 1, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. That's probably, honestly, I've talked about Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller's my one here.
Yeah.
That's, I love Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. My honorable mention.
Won't shy away.
Yeah. Return of the Jedi, honorable mention. Full Metal Jacket, honorable mention. Terminator, Temple of Doom, Top Gun, Rocky 4.
Yeah, what was I forced to leave off? I'm trying. I know I was mad at leaving The Shining off.
Yeah.
I love Airplane.
Yep.
Stand By Me couldn't get in there.
Oh, Stand By Me's great.
Full Metal Jacket was one I wanted to get into.
All right.
Yep.
Let's move on to the 90s. 90s is tough.
90s is tough. I have like my least favorite honorable mention because I can't believe it's an honorable mention for me.
Really? All right. You start with your 5.
Okay.
Well, you start with your honorable mention?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Silence of the Lambs is not in my top 5.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
I don't have it in mine either, but it's in my honorable mentions.
And actually, so I've made my top 100. If I go and look at it,
is the 90s the most?
Oh yes, by far. But number 4 and 5 in my 90s list
back to back
are back to back, and then the one after that in my top 100 is Silence of the Lambs. So 16.
Wow.
So my fifth favorite movie of the 90s is Fight Club. 4th is 7. But my 16th, 17th, and 18th favorite movie are 7, Fight Club, Silence of the Lambs.
So I have 7 at 5th.
Okay, yeah. So
favorite of the 90s.
Fight Club and 7 for me are like always back and forth.
Yeah, I have Fight Club at 2.
At 2, okay. All right.
So I have 7 at 5, and you have what at 5?
I have Fight Club at 5.
Okay, at 4, I have Good Will Hunting.
Okay, so that's my 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your 4?
My 4 is 7.
Okay. My 3, Shawshank.
Me too.
Good 3.
Good 3. Perfect.
True neutral.
True neutral.
My 2, Fight Club. Your 2?
Good Will Hunting.
And my 1 is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, nice. My 1 is Goodfellas.
Yeah, good one. My honorable mentions: Forrest Gump, American History X, Boogie Nights.
There's too
many. Truman Show.
Yeah, shout out to the Truman and the
Saving
Truman
Private
Show.
Ryan. Yeah, shout out to the TwoMan Show.
There's too many.
Big Lebowski, Silence of the Lambs, my honorable mention. Schindler's List, my honorable mention. It's hard. 90s is a great decade for movies.
90s is a really great decade.
It's a good decade for movies.
But 2000s is really good too. I just finished up my 2000s, and my honorable mentions I'm leaving off are kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's
you know what I don't have on here?
What don't you have on there?
The Dark Knight.
Oh, on the 2000s?
That's my 6th.
Wow.
Dark Knight's honorable mention. I'll also chuck one in Superbad.
Yeah.
Shoot, what else do I got here? And Fantastic Mr. Fox absolutely gets an honorable mention from me.
My honorable mentions for the 2000s: Superbad, The Prestige, Ocean's 11,
Ocean's 11.
Revenge of the Sith.
Wait, is Ocean's 11 2000?
I think so.
Probably sitting on the fence.
Ocean's 11 came out in 2001.
Yep.
Memento in my honorable mentions.
Whoa.
Mamma Mia in my honorable mentions.
An honorable mention for me too.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind in my honorable mention.
Those are right there for me too.
But my number 5, Napoleon Dynamite.
Awesome. My number 5, Monsters Inc.
Good one.
Mm-hmm. Pixar has to make an appearance in there. Absolutely for me.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters
coming
U.
up on my list.
It's coming up?
It's coming up. All right, my number 4, Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Shout out RPG Hackman.
RPG
Hackman. My favorite Wes Anderson.
My 4, Catch Me If You Can.
Good one. I've never seen
that movie. Yeah. That's honestly...
Hanks and DiCaprio.
That's one of my favorites in my top 15 or so, because not many people have that that high, or people have it's like one of my favorite movie recs.
I know, and you are. I know. I've never seen it still.
You'll get to it, and I'm sure you'll like it too.
Yeah, I want to explore more genres almost.
That's fair. This is like a Leo, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I kind of know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's great. I know what I'm getting.
Very fair.
Okay, my 3, The Departed.
I believe that's my 3 too. Yes, it is.
The Departed. Great.
Yep.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
My 2, Monsters Inc.
My 2 is Inception.
Good one. Oh, my Inceptions. I didn't have it in there.
Oh no.
I think I would still keep my list the way it is though.
Wait.
Inception
2010. Inception 2010.
Oh, Inception 2010. Inception 2010. Wait, which I think I have it in my 2010s. No,
okay. Well, that actually works.
Oh, I do have it in my 2010s.
You know what? That works for me because then Dark Knight is 5, and that makes me feel a lot better.
Dark Knight's my 1, by the way.
Yeah, it should be in this list. That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay. Inception, next list.
Yeah. So again, my
Forget about it. So yeah.
My 1 through 5: Dark Knight, Monsters Inc., The Departed, Royal Tenenbaums, Napoleon Dynamite. Your 1 through 5, Nick.
Mine 1 through 5. Do you start at 5?
I started at 1.
Okay. Mine's Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, good one.
Yep. That's my favorite. Departed.
Yep.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yep.
Monsters Inc. Dark Knight.
Good. I like that list.
Yep.
2010s.
2010s. Good
2010s.
decade.
Getting closer and closer.
Getting closer.
So the most recent completed decade. My number 5, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I like that one.
What's
my
your
number 5 is give me a second here.
Go ahead. I'll give you a second. I'll talk about my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions that didn't make my list: Parasite, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Silver Linings Playbook, Spotlight, Her, Arrival, Life of Pi, Midsommar, American Hustle.
I got it.
I'm sure there's a bunch more that I missed, but 2010 is a hard list. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is my 5th. Nick, your 5th.
My 5th is Get Out.
Oh, good one.
Absolutely.
I would definitely put that in my honorable mentions too.
I like it at 5.
That's a great movie. That's probably one of the most rewatchable movies as well. That's
my favorite
of the past decade.
Absolutely.
My 4, La La Land.
Your
I love that movie.
It's definitely an honorable mention for me. My 4, Shutter Island.
Okay,
I have, by the way,
that.
60% of my list is 2010. The year.
Wow.
The year 2010.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a year for movies.
What a year for movies.
Okay. Okay, my 3, Inception.
Yeah. We'll get to it. My 3, Social Network, 2010.
Oh, good one. Good one. That'd be on my honorable mentions too. My 2 is Boyhood.
Oh yeah,
love that movie.
I have that's one that you always.
That's a summer. That's a summer night movie though.
Yeah, it
honestly.
is. It's also like you got like a 3-hour time.
Yeah, it's like a summer Tuesday night watch.
Yep.
Which I highly recommend to watch on summer Tuesday night.
Inception for me is number 2.
Yep, and then my 1, Interstellar.
Oh wow, Interstellar's not on this list. Wait. Interstellar's not on my list. That's a mistake. My number 1 is Wolf of Wall Street, which
where would you slide Interstellar though?
I think over Get Out.
Okay,
but I want to look at my actual list here.
I don't love Wolf of Wall Street. Good movie, but I don't love it.
That's fair.
Not one of my favorites. Tell me something, boy.
Yeah, I totally missed Interstellar. Interstellar is actually sliding in above Shutter Island for me. And I'll keep Get Out as an honorable mention.
Okay.
But yeah, great year 2010. Inception, Social Network, Shutter Island. Leo got busy that year and did well.
Yeah.
It was impressive from the kid.
All right, let's do 2020s. So we're 5 years through the 2020s. Hopefully you got some favorites. I do.
I got them.
I sure do. My 5th favorite of the 2020s. The Holdovers.
What do you got? Holdovers, okay. I like that. My 5th favorite of the 2020s, I also might go
if I had to give it 6th place, I would give it to the Iron Claw. The Iron Claw is awesome. Which that just came out I think last Christmas, but that was really really good. But that just missed the list. My other honorable mentions: After Sun, Tenet, Barbie.
Okay.
Brutalist.
I
Air.
just have my list now. I have to visualize it. My honorable mention is The Holdovers. That's 6 for me.
Okay. How about your 5th place?
That's 6 for me. My 5th place, I have Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Great movie.
Like that. What's your 5th?
My 5th is The Holdovers.
Oh, Holdovers was 5th.
Yeah.
Okay. What's 4 for you?
My 4th is Dune Part 2.
Wow. Okay. My 4th is The Batman.
Okay. Good. I love The Batman.
I think we have 1 and 4 switched here.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What do you got at 3?
3, I have Dune.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. No. I'm actually also wrong. I have 3. I have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I like
animated.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah,
I like the first one better.
Okay,
that one's also
fair.
really good.
Honestly, that one's like really split. Like
they're still so good.
Or like
that first one, I gave a 5-star to, and I don't give a lot of 5 stars to that. And I love that first one.
So
it's
the second
so good.
Second one has a 4.4. It's the 41st highest rated narrative movie.
It's great. It's a great movie.
But then I think the other one might be even higher.
No, I think the second one has better.
Oh, okay. So it's close though. The first one is number 54. So 41 and 54 on this list is insane.
Yeah.
They're both 4.4s.
Yeah, they're great.
Wow. Yeah,
they're such good movies.
Also,
they're just the animation in them is
always a Spider-Man kid. It was always my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
I love to see multiple successful Spider-Man franchise at the same time. That's super rare.
It's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah, Miles Morales is awesome.
Okay, so what's wait, did you say your 3?
My 3's Dune. Your 3?
My 3 is Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
So what's your 2?
My 2 is Oppenheimer.
Okay, my 2 is Dune Part 2, actually.
Oppenheimer? Oh, Oppenheimer what? My bad. My 1 is the Batman.
Stay in your seat there.
Nick's 1 is...
My 1 is Oppenheimer.
Great.
Oppenheimer and Dune Part 2 are close.
Yeah.
But I do like Oppenheimer better.
So, I mean, I feel like the top 3-4 movies of the 2020s thus far, both Dunes, Oppenheimer, and then you throw in the Batman. You can throw in, what did you say as your 5th?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You can throw that in. You can throw in
the Spider-Verse.
You can throw that in as well.
Some other ones I left off. After Sun's phenomenal. Past Lives is really good.
Yep.
Killers of the Flower Moon I enjoyed.
Yep.
And RRR. Actually,
I haven't seen that. No.
I love that movie.
That's
really
a fun one, right?
Yeah, that was. What year did this come out?
It feels like the same year as Oppenheimer.
2022. Yeah, that was an awesome movie.
Good list. 2020s. It's very top heavy.
Yeah, and
that's
you know what?
I think.
Now that I can visualize all of these, there's like 10 movies that I would recommend like everybody see.
Yeah,
or that have already came out this decade.
Yeah,
if a decade has 20 movies that everybody should see, it's a pretty good decade because that's what we're on pace for.
Challengers, I would throw in 2 challengers.
I want them to have. I still don't think the 2020s have had their movie. Like I don't think
it's Oppenheimer.
Yeah, so far
it's Dunes. It's gonna be all the Dunes too.
That's like the
Star Wars.
Yeah. That's their series, but like Interstellar.
2010.
2010s.
Nolan.
Like 2000s, you can go with kind of anything.
90s is probably like Fight Club.
90s has a billion. Shawshank, Fight Club, Goodfellas.
Could be anything.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what we do in the rest of the decade. Actually, Dune might have some competition from the Spider-Mans.
It's
that
true.
Animated
that third one
is a
could
banger,
come out whenever though. Yeah,
that might be that's gonna be in some like nerdy people's like conversations for like best trilogy ever because
When's Knives Out? Is Knives Out 2010s?
The first one came out in like 2019, I think.
That's a good one too.
Yes, it did. So
what's your favorite decade? You think?
90s, like easily.
You think?
Yeah,
I would probably go 90s.
But
too.
outside of 90s, it's a good question. I think I would go 2000s. And if you asked me before,
I think I would go 80s.
This, I would have predicted the 80s.
I would say 80s probably for me.
Those two are very close.
Yeah.
80s
has
80s
great nostalgia.
2000s.
Yeah.
Those 30 years, golden age.
Yeah, it really is. And the 2010s
are fantastic.
2010 is such a period, I feel like, of progress, though, into sort of the next, next phase, style of
content
movies,
matter, subject matter. I feel like is different.
Yeah,
a lot more
like the rise of like A24
stuff.
and Neon and these production studios kind of all come alive in the 2010s. All right, we're taking another quick break. After this, we're gonna have a brief bracket because we're a little behind on time
here,
but we'll have a little bracket. The bracket we have today is all revolving around what is it? What did we say? What's the
what did we do? Coming of age movies.
Oh, coming of age movies. Coming of age movies.
Wow, we have a great bracket.
There's a great bracket on its way. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple seconds. Welcome back inside the two-man show here on V891 The Roar. We have another great bracket for you guys, coming-of-age movie. So we're going to get right into things just because we're a little behind on time. So the bracket, coming-of-age movies, it's really, really good. I'm really excited for this one.
Yep.
I feel like coming-of-age is definitely one of the genres I watch the most.
Oh, totally. It also, I'm surprised we haven't done this as a bracket, honestly.
Yeah. There's so many.
There's so many, and it's some of the best movies, too.
All right, let's start. Let's start top left.
Top left, we have classics. Top right, we have a little bit more modern.
Yep.
Bottom left, we have a little bit more drama.
Okay.
Bottom right, we have a little bit more comedy.
Love it. Let's start top left. Let's start with the classics. The 1 versus 8 up there is The Breakfast Club taking on Clueless.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club, great coming of age, great message in The Breakfast Club. Clueless, you want to talk a little bit about Clueless?
Clueless is fun. Clueless is outmatched. Breakfast Club moves on.
I agree. I'm going to go Breakfast Club as well.
Yeah.
All right, the 4 versus 5 here is a tough one. Dead Poets Society.
This is a good one.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. The seeds in this top left are tough.
Yeah.
Because all these are great. DPS.
Dead Poets Society. You know what year that came out?
89.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I almost put it on my 80s list.
Yep.
But I was like, it just doesn't feel. It feels like it's such a 90s movie.
It is because it's Robin Williams and it feels like Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. But I'm going Dead Poets.
You know what? I am too.
Over Bueller.
Over Bueller.
No doubt. Of coming
no doubt
effect?
in my mind or anybody else's mind, Ferris Bueller's I like that movie better, but low key, Dead Poets Society is one of the best movies ever.
It's awesome.
And I've talked about Ferris Bueller enough in this podcast, so we can go.
3 versus 6. Days of Confused versus Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
So these are a little bit both comedy, but like
but they're both.
They're laid back comedy.
Definitely. I would definitely classics.
And they have the same vibe. So
I love
no Days of Confused without Fast Times. That being said, Days of Confused definitely stepped up their game from Fast Times for me.
I'm going Fast Times.
Oh, are you? That's fun. I'm going DNC.
Okay, 2 versus 7. Stand By Me against The Outsiders.
Yep.
I love Stand By Me. I'm going
too.
Stand By Me.
I love Stand By Me. That was definitely one of my 80s honorable mentions if I didn't mention it.
Stand By Me, I read the book.
Let's go.
Short story by Stephen King. Isn't that funny, Stephen King wrote Stand By Me?
Yeah.
Or it's called The Body, but you know what I mean?
I know, but he's just
same collection, that book that we got, same collection. Mm-hmm. Stand By Me, a.k.a. The Body. Mm-hmm. Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
Same collection.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
He really is like the best.
There's the one coming out about that's adapted from the one where like that woman brings the author to the cabin.
I don't know
that story.
No.
Like some insane fan who's like fixing this person. Like he got in a car crash.
Like the Kathy Bates movie. You know what I'm talking about? What's that one called?
Oh, that's it. I think they're doing another version of it.
Oh,
I thought I saw something about that. I forget what it's called though.
It's like not signs. But it's like one word. It's gonna kill me. I'll look it up. But I'm going Stand By Me.
But it's totally the Kathy Bates movie. Yes. Yeah. I'm going Stand By Me as well. All right, let's go bottom left here. We got a little bit more drama. And we have a modern matchup facing off. We have one-seeded Moonlight.
Misery.
Fantastic. Oh, by the way, I actually did watch Moonlight in the past week.
Oh, Moonlight's awesome.
Moonlight's awesome. Watched it for my film class.
Yeah.
Shout out Moonlight. Love it. Moonlight. Liked it even more second time around. It's moving on. It's taking on Wonder, which is I like Wonder. Read the book. Loved the book.
My favorite thing about Moonlight is how it is broken up into 3 different parts.
Fantastic.
And the
first
third act
was so much better than I thought.
The first act?
Yes.
Oh my god, the first act's the best.
I remember being a little bit bored watching it for the first time, liking 2 and 3 a lot.
I think it's because you appreciate the Mahershala Ali scenes so much more, knowing that he isn't in the spoiler, but he's not in the last 2 scenes.
Yes.
Not much of a spoiler, but he's not in the last 2 parts of that movie.
Yes.
So you appreciate those interactions so much more.
And I think seeing, watching it all the way through and seeing how Little grows up.
Yes.
What's his
Little
Chiron,
yeah.
Especially in the third act, him and all of these characters in that first are like clear mirror images of each other.
The way that they connect the first and third act is
it's
incredible.
Phenomenal. So I really liked it a lot.
And I just watched Moonlight for the first time a couple weeks ago when we talked about it, but I was blown away. Very good. I want to rewatch it.
So that's the one that won over.
That won over La La Land.
And I remember when that happened. I watched La La Land first, and I was like, how did this lose? And then I watched it. I was like, that's how it lost. Moonlight's phenomenal.
I still think I like La La Land better, but Moonlight is like a generational movie. You can tell. You know what I mean?
And it also feels more of a Best Picture.
Absolutely.
I actually think those two are like back to back in my rankings.
Yeah, I mean they're so good.
They're like they're both so good.
Okay, 4 versus 5. Little Miss Sunshine.
Yep,
great.
Love Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, and then Into the Wild. Into the Wild Into the Wild. Quinn Burns recommended we put on the Coming to Your bracket, but I love Into the Wild.
I've never seen it.
It's very long. Do you know the story about it? Briefly, basically, a kid drops out from Harvard and wants to walk to, I believe, Alaska. He wants to walk.
I think that
He's a successful guy, but he's like, I dropped out.
I didn't read this book in school, but like, it was read in school.
It's a great message about like a person's ego and everything, because he ends up dying because he doesn't take proper care of himself and just lays down and dies. Yeah, it's
wow.
Spoiler again, sorry, but
big spoiler. But
I think a lot of people know that story.
Yeah, probably, and also that's
I'm going Into the Wild. I definitely
on my watch list.
You would like Into the Wild. Mm-hmm. There's also a lot of cameos from really famous people.
Really?
As people he meets along the way.
Oh, that's fun.
It's fun.
Who directs that? You know?
I don't know. Okay, 3 vs. 6. By the way,
I'm going Little Miss Sunshine because I haven't seen it. And you're going Into the Wild.
I'm going Into the Wild. Yeah. You know, I love Little Miss Sunshine.
I love Little Miss Sunshine. That's
that scene where he's like, what's his kid? What's Paul Dano's name?
The character.
He's like, I think you're colorblind.
Yeah.
He's like, and he pauses for a second and like he contemplates telling him. He's like, can't you can't fly airplanes if you're colorblind.
Yeah.
It's such a good scene. I just watch sometimes like stuff that will come on my like feed. I'll be like, yeah, that's awesome. Movie. All right, 3 vs. 6. Way back against the Edge of 17. Way back's great. Sam Rockwell puts on a fantastic performance in that. And the Edge of 17 with Haley Steinfeld and Rudd's in that. Paul Rudd's in that.
Paul Rudd's in that. Who plays Haley Steinfeld's friend?
Haley Lou Richardson, maybe. Somebody like that. Riley Keough. I don't know.
Sounds right. I don't know that actress's name. I haven't seen the Way Back. It's on my list. Dom, this is probably the one that you've recommended.
Yeah, Way Back's great. Yeah. Way Back's about a kid. They're on summer vacation, or they're living down the not down the I call it down the shore, but they're at the beach for the summer. And he's with his stepdad and his step sibling, and he just hates them. And his mom's like with her husband, and he gets a job at a water park. Who the boss is Sam Rockwell, and he's like, kind of, they're boys. It's fun. Yeah. It's a fun movie. No, it's a great. It's such an easy, great vibe.
I think it's short too.
It's just like an hour 35. It's just it's an easy, fun watch.
That tonight.
Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy watch.
It's a fun watch. I'm going Edge of 17. I have seen that. I didn't love Edge of 17, but I didn't hate it. You didn't like it that much.
Yeah. I just don't find Haley Steinfeld that funny.
Yeah, she's kind of a dork.
Yeah. All right, 2 vs. 7. Haley Steinfeld. Florida Project against Waves. I've seen both of these. Mm-hmm. I have to rewatch Waves. I watched Waves when I was like maybe 14.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I watched it really young. Waves is. I think I was more shock value more than anything with Waves than for me. But I love Florida Project.
You do have to rewatch it because I believe we've talked about it before, and you liked the second segment better than the first in Waves.
Yeah, after.
And I can't. I have to rewatch it too because I love the first and didn't quite like the second.
Yeah, so. I liked the second. I liked when they deal with sort of the reality.
That the second half subject matter appeals more. I feel like.
Unrelated. Is your class at 12:50 or 12:55? It's at 12:50.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get going.
Yeah. All right, I'm going Florida Project there. It's phenomenal.
Right side. Perks of Being a Wallflower versus 8th grade. Easy perks for me. Yeah. On to the next there. Boyhood against After Sun. I mean, you know my thoughts on Boyhood.
Mm-hmm. I know. I have not seen Boyhood, but. Assume it's phenomenal, but After Sun is also phenomenal. So
After Sun is really good.
Really, really good.
That's a good matchup. 3 vs. 6. Call Me by Your Name gets Moonrise Kingdom, the Wes Anderson. I'm going Call Me by Your Name.
And Call Me Moonrise Kingdom.
You haven't seen Call Me by Your Name either?
I have not seen Call Me by Your Name.
You gotta
I know you haven't seen Moonrise Kingdom. Yeah. And I love Moonrise Kingdom.
2 vs. 7. Lady Bird against Mid 90s. I'm going Mid 90s.
I'm going Bird.
Lady Bird I have to rewatch as well. 1 vs. 8. Superbad against Benchwarmers. A lot of good lessons in Benchwarmers.
14-year-old me is going nuts off of this matchup. I'm going
Superbad. This is the comedy region at the bottom here, if you couldn't tell. 4 vs. 5. Mean Girls against Juno. I'm going Juno. Shout out to Sabrina Carpenter. Juno.
Shout out Clara.
Yeah, Juno.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
3 vs. 6. Everybody Wants Some against Scott Pilgrim. Oh, Scott Pilgrim is the 6th seed there?
Yeah.
I'm going Scott Pilgrim.
I'm going to go Everybody Wants Some.
Glenn Powell. 2 vs. 7. 10 Things I Hate About You against Sandlot. I'm going 10 Things.
10 Things.
Always have been.
Love
all right,
Sandlot,
let's snake it.
I'm
for
going
me,
10 Things easily.
Yep. Oh, easily. Watch that. Over Sandlot easily?
No. Oh, no. In the snake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Snake. No. 10 Things in Sandlot's actually really.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I'm going 10 Things.
If this is the summer, I'd probably say Sandlot.
Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You against Scott Pilgrim. I'm going 10 Things.
I have that against Everybody Wants Some. That's an easy one for me. That's what I was talking about. 10 Things.
Juno against Superbad. I'll be going Superbad.
I will too.
I have Mid 90s against Call Me by Your Name. I'm gonna say Call Me by Your Name.
I have the opposite. I have Moonrise Kingdom versus Lady Bird. Yeah. And I'm gonna go Moonrise Kingdom.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. My top right, I have Perks of Being a Wallflower against Boyhood. I'm going Boyhood. Very similar movies.
Yeah, I got Perks
in terms of the
dramatic effect. I'm gonna go Perks.
All right, bottom left, I have Florida Project against Way Back.
Florida Project Edge of 17 for me. Florida Project pretty easily.
Yep. I have Moonlight against Into the Wild.
And I have Moonlight versus Little Miss Sunshine. Going Moonlight.
I'm going Moonlight as well. Fast Times against Stand By Me for me.
Oh, I have Stand By Me versus Dazed and Confused. That's so hard.
I'm going Stand By Me.
I'm going to go Dazed. Oh, Dazed absolutely should have been on my 90s honorable mentions, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Top left, I have The Breakfast Club against Dead Poets.
I have the same thing.
Going Dead Poets.
Going BC.
Staking back, I have Dead Poets Society against Stand By Me. I'm going Dead Poets.
Breakfast Club versus Dazed. I'm going to go Dazed here.
I have Moonlight against Florida Project. I'm going Moonlight.
I have the same matchup, and I'm doing the same thing.
I have Boyhood against Call Me By Your Name. I'll be going Boyhood, which is really close, though.
Versus Moonrise Kingdom.
Yep.
I like Perks better, but Perks is sadder, and Moonrise Kingdom is like springtime movie, and it's so nice weather today. I'm going Moonrise Kingdom.
I like that. And then I have Superbad against 10 Things I Hate About You. I'll be going 10 Things I Hate About You.
Superbad versus 10 Things 2. And it should be Superbad, but for the exact same reason, it's so nice out today. I'm going 10 Things I Hate About You. Because
all right, I like that. I love you, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I want to sing down those stairs right now.
It's real high school that people attend.
So,
that's Final Four.
It's in Washington.
It's in Washington.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
My Final Four, I have Dead Poets Society against Moonlight, and then Boyhood against 10 Things I Hate About You.
I have Dazed Confused versus Moonlight, and I have Moonrise Kingdom versus 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay, so on the left, I'm going Dead Poets Society over Moonlight.
Nice. I'm going to go Dazed over Moonlight. So we both love Moonlight.
Yeah,
both
Moonlight's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
It makes the Final Four. It's a Final Four team. It's a Final Four team.
Yep.
And then on my right side, I have Boyhood against 10 Things I Hate About You. A matchup of two of my top.
That is tough for you.
Both of my four favorites.
Yeah.
I'm going Boyhood.
Are you?
Yeah.
I actually thought you were going to go 10 Things. All right, now that you went Boyhood, I'm going to take 10 Things I Hate About You over Moonrise Kingdom. Because it's more fun right now.
So my final matchup is Dead Poets Society against Boyhood. Yours is?
Mine is Dazed and Confused versus 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay.
For me, it's not too much of a decision here.
You're going Dazed and Confused, and I'm going Boyhood.
We could have seen this
coming. A bunch of shockers in this bracket. I like the coming of age bracket. If we had more time, it would have been a much better bracket. But that was still really fun. That was a speed ran bracket. Yeah, speed ran bracket was good. That was a great episode. I feel like that was one of our more analysis. We
talked, we apped in this one. We also started 10 minutes late. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Well, I will post last week's episode.
We'll get them up.
This week's episode by the weekend. Yeah. Promise.
Make sure to follow us Instagram at TwoMan Show WXVU. YouTube is the same. We'll be back next week, same time, 11:30 here on 89.1. For Dominic Richetti, Nick Caruso, take us home.
If we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye, everyone.